Hello, beautiful people. I bid you welcome to another edition of Sports Store on Enterprise Television. This is the program where we give you the lowdown of the major happenings in sports. I'm Josh Okoli. We are live, and here are the headlines. The Super Eagles maintain top spot in AFCON 2025 group despite botched Libya match. Coach Aliyu leads Flying Eagles to Togo for WAFU B Under-20 Championship. In the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup, the Flamingos target 3 points in the tournament opener against New Zealand. In Formula 1, Toyota sets to return after 15-year hiatus. And in international football, Thomas Tuchel appointed as England manager as Lionel Messi scored his 10th international hat-trick for Argentina. Let's take a short break on Sports Store. When we return, we will delve fully into our agenda for the day. Welcome back to Sports Store right here on Enterprise TV. First off, let's start with what is happening on the African continent concerning the Super Eagles, and tell you that Nigeria's Super Eagles remain top of the group despite boycotting the game against the Mediterranean Knights of Libya. The Libya versus Nigeria clash was postponed due to the refusal of the Super Eagles to play after being grossly maltreated by the Libyan Football Federation and the Libyan authorities. Other group opponents, Rwanda, faced Benin Republic and secured a 2-1 win. The Amavubi came from a goal down to beat the Cheetahs 2-1 in Kigali. Rwanda's victory means the Super Eagles remain top of Group D on 7 points, with Benin Republic second on 6 points, Rwanda on 5 points, and Libya, after all their antics with just a single point, they sit rock bottom of Group D. In other AFCON 2025 qualifiers that were played, match day 4, let's tell you that Sudan defeated Ghana by 2-0. Ghana have only 2 points after 4 games, and the Black Stars might not qualify for AFCON 2025. So another thing for us Nigerians to use and troll our Ghanaian rivals. Lesotho lost at home 2-0 to Gabon. Chad lost at home to Zambia by 1-0. Tanzania 0, DR Congo 2. DR Congo have qualified for AFCON 2025. Uganda defeated South Sudan 2-1. Senegal traveled to Malawi and beat them by Sadio Mane goal 1-0. Senegal have also qualified for AFCON 2025. Guinea-Bissau 0, Mali 0. Botswana 1, Cape Verde Islands 0 in other results of match day 4 fixtures in CAF AFCON 2025 qualifiers. Mauritania lost at home to Egypt by 1-0. Egypt have secured qualification for AFCON 2025. Niger lost at home to Angola by 1-0. Angola have also secured qualification to AFCON 2025. Sierra Leone defeated defending African champions Cote d'Ivoire by 1-0 in Freetown. South Africa played a 1-1 draw against Congo Brazzaville. Comoros 1, Tunisia 1. Morocco defeated Central African Republic by 4-0, and Ethiopia lost at home to Guinea. Morocco, the Atlas Lions, have also joined the likes of Algeria, Cameroon, Egypt, DR Congo to qualify for AFCON 2025. The Flying Eagles of Nigeria on Tuesday departed Nigeria for Lome, Togo for the start of the WAFU B Under-20 tournament, which serves as a precursor to qualify for the Under-20 World Cup. The Nigerian team, which is handled by the technical advisor of El Kanemi Warriors, Coach Aliyu Zubair, departed for the neighboring West African nation on Tuesday from the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos. The team had their final phase of preparation at Remo Stars Training Complex in Ikene, Ogun State, and the traveling contingent includes a 20-man squad list, coaching crew, other backroom staff alongside NFF officials. The Flying Eagles of Nigeria are the defending champions of the WAFU B tournament and have been drawn in Group B alongside Cote d'Ivoire and Burkina Faso. Nigeria will face Burkina Faso in their opening game on Friday, October 18th at the Municipal Stadium in Lome, with the kickoff set at 3 p.m. local time. If Nigeria does win this WAFU B tournament and qualify for the AFCON Under-20 Nations Cup, the top 3 teams of the top 4 teams of the AFCON Under-20 Nations Cup will advance to the FIFA Under-20 World Cup to be held next year. The full squad for the Flying Eagles that will participate in the Wafobi Under-20 Cup. We have the three goalkeepers, Netanya Onwosu, who plays for Nasarawa United, and Hakot Ebenezer, who plays for Sporting Lagos. The defenders, we have Adamu Maigari of Elkani Warriors, Daniel Bami of Bayelsa United, Musa Adamu of Wireless FC, Haruna Ali of Doma United, and Kenneth Iboke of Enugu Rangers. In midfield, we have Raphael Oyebanjo of Shuffle Football Academy, Nasiru Salihu of Elkani Warriors, Mohamed Sabiu Ibrahim of Niger Tornadoes, Ulise Divine of he plays in an academy, Israel Ayuma of NK Istria in Croatia, Ibrahim Abdullahi of Bayelsa United, and Suleiman Alabi of Elkani Warriors. For forward line, we have Alonge Ibrahim of Pepsi Academy, Parabo Arieri of Beyond Limits Football Academy, Clinton Jefta of Enyimba, Charles Agada of QPR in England, Bidemi Amole, and Musa Akinfenwa of Real Sapphire Football Academy. Nigeria's under-17 girls, the Flamingos, will gun for the maximum points when they take on their counterparts from New Zealand on Wednesday night in what is actually the first match, the opening match of this year's FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup finals in the Dominican Republic. Nigeria and New Zealand will do battle at the CFC Stadium in Santiago de los Caballeros by 4 p.m. local time, which is 9 p.m. in Nigeria on Wednesday evening. Bronze medalists in the last edition of the competition in India, the Flamingos are aiming to go farther this time, with head coach Bankole Oluorokere insisting that he has the ammunition to overcome all opponents on their way. The Flamingos have taken part in all editions of the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup finals except the 2018 finals that were held in Uruguay. And in the qualifying campaign for this year's finals, the Nigerian girls notched 25 goals in 6 games, with 13 of them scored by clinical forward Harmony Chidi. And after the encounter against New Zealand on Wednesday night, the Flamingos will confront their counterparts from Ecuador also at the CFC Stadium in Santiago de los Caballeros before their final group game against the host nation, the Dominican Republic, at the Felix Sanchez Stadium in Santo Domingo. The clash with Ecuador is on Saturday, 19th October, while the battle with the host nation is on Tuesday, 22nd October. Nigeria are the highest performing African team at the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup, Under-17 Women's World Cup, I beg your pardon, having finished as bronze medalists at the last tournament in India in 2022. Over to Formula One, let's say that Toyota is revving up its engines and making a comeback to Formula One after a 15-year pit stop. The Japanese automotive giant has partnered with the Haas team as a technical partner, bringing its expertise and resources to the table. This collaboration is a game changer for the Japanese team, which withdrew from the sport in 2009 after 8 years of competition without a single point. And despite being one of the best technical teams on the grid, Toyota struggled to find success, but now they are back and ready to shift gears to make Haas become a faster constructor. And as part of the deal, the Japanese car maker will provide Haas with design, technical, and manufacturing services, while Haas will contribute its technical know-how and commercial savvy, as well as giving it a nice livery. You can also spot the branding of Toyota on Haas's cars starting at the US Grand Prix in August, Texas, this weekend, October 18th to October 20, the 19th race of the Formula One season. And interestingly, this return for the Japanese team will also enable the team to get more Japanese racing talent, the likes of Yuki Tsunoda, who currently races for rival RB VCAP, and also to even bring the likes of Japanese engineers and drivers from Honda to Toyota. And Tomoya Takahashi, the president of Toyota's racing arm, wants to develop and nurture homegrown talent, as well as contribute with Haas to bolster its investment in Formula One. With Toyota back in the mix, the competition definitely just got fiercer, and Haas, who currently are 7th on the constructor standings, have registered 31 points from 18 races. They seek to leapfrog RB VCAP on the standings, who are just 3 points ahead of them in 6th on the constructor standings. Let's go over to international football and tell you that Thomas Tuchel has been appointed as England manager, and he will resume from 1st January 2025. The 51-year-old German, who has signed an 18-month contract, becomes just the third non-British permanent manager of the Three Lions after the late Swedish managers Sven-Göran Eriksson and Italian Fabio Capello. Gareth Southgate, who was the former manager of the Three Lions, a job he took over in 2016, resigned after leading England to the second position finish in Euro 2024, where they lost by 2-1 to Spain. Lee Carley, who oversaw 4 games for the Three Lions, was appointed the interim manager in August, and he will remain in charge for the remaining English games that will be played in November before stepping aside for Thomas Tuchel to take over on January 1st, 2025. In other international football activities, Lionel Messi scored his 10th international hat-trick as Argentina trashed Bolivia 6-0 in South America's World Cup qualifiers. The 37-year-old Inter Miami forward, who also set up 2 goals at the Estadio Monumental in Buenos Aires, moved level with Portugal's Cristiano Ronaldo for most hat-tricks in men's international football. Argentina are 3 points clear of Colombia at the top of the South American qualifying group for the 2026 World Cup, despite losing to Colombia in September and playing a 1-1 draw with Venezuela last week. And Messi, making only his second appearance for Argentina since suffering an injury at the Copa America final in July, capitalized on a defensive error to put them ahead after 19 minutes. He later set up Lautaro Martinez and then Julian Alvarez before substitute Thiago Almada made it 4-0. Lionel Messi later struck twice in the last 2 minutes of the game, beating 2 defenders to fire in his second and then completing his hat-trick by finding the bottom right corner. Messi has now scored 112 international goals in 189 international games for Argentina, second only to his perennial rival Cristiano Ronaldo, who has 133 goals in 215 men's international games. In other games in South America, Rafinha scored twice as struggling Brazil made it back-to-back victories with a 4-0 win over Peru in Brasilia at the Estadio Garrincha. Brazil, record-time 5-time World Cup winners who have had the record of being in all World Cup tournaments, had lost 4 of their past 5 qualifiers before defeating Chile on Thursday. The Rival Juniors side are 4th on the log, 6 points behind Argentina after 10 games. And top 6 in CONMEBOL, that South America, qualify automatically for the 2026 FIFA World Cup that will be held in the United States, Mexico, and Canada. Rafinha converted the penalty in each half before late goals from Fulham's Andreas Pereira and Luis Henrique gave Brazil the win in that encounter. In other CONMEBOL games, informed Aston Villa striker Jean Duran scored his 7th goal of the season in all competitions as Colombia beat Chile 4-0. Davinson Sanchez and Liverpool's Luis Diaz and Bournemouth's Luis Sinisterra also scored in Barranquilla. Chile's loss to Colombia has placed the job of coach Ricardo Gareca at risk. Davinson Sanchez, Diaz, John Duran, and Sinisterra were the ones who got the goals for Colombia. Chile, who are 2-time Copa America champions, winning back-to-back in 2015 and 2016, are now currently bottom of the qualifying group, 10-team qualifying group with only 5 points from 10 games. In other CONMEBOL games, Paraguay beat Venezuela 2-1 and moved into a qualifying position on the standings. John Aramburu scored opened the scoring for the visitors in 25th minute, but striker Antonio Sarabia came off the bench to win it for the host with goals in 59th and 74th minute. While the last CONMEBOL game, Uruguay played a goalless draw against Ecuador in Montevideo. A full result of a full lowdown of what happened in CONMEBOL. Argentina defeated Bolivia by 6-0. Brazil defeated Peru by 4-0. Colombia 4, Chile 0. Paraguay 2, Venezuela 1, and Uruguay and Ecuador played a goalless draw at the Estadio Centenario, the stadium that hosted the first ever World Cup game and the first ever World Cup final. In other results that happened all across the world, let's start off with what happened in Asia and tell you that Japan and Australia played a 1-1 draw in the AFC World Cup qualifiers. South Korea defeated Iraq 3-2. China defeated Indonesia by 2-1. Uzbekistan 1. United Arab Emirates 0. Kazakhstan 1. North Korea 0. Saudi Arabia played a goalless draw against Bahrain, and their chances of qualifying automatically are in dire jeopardy. Iran 4, Qatar 1. Asian champions losing again in the World Cup qualifiers. Palestine 2, Kuwait 2, and Jordan defeated Oman by 4-0. In the UEFA Nations League, couple of games were played all across Europe as Portugal and Scotland played a goalless draw in Glasgow in the UEFA Nations League. In other games that happened in the UEFA Nations League, Poland came from 3-1 to play a 3-all draw against Croatia in Warsaw. That game saw Dominik Livakovic of Croatia getting a red card in that game. In other results, Serbia lost away from home to champions of Europe, Spain, 3-0. Luis de la Fuente's men were victorious in that encounter. Switzerland and Denmark played a 2-all draw. Also, Belarus played a 1-all draw against Luxembourg. Kosovo defeated Cyprus by 3-0. Lithuania 1, Romania 2, and Northern Ireland trounced Bulgaria by 5-0. That's how much we can take on Sports Store for the day. Endeavor to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Enterprise TV 7 on YouTube. Click the notification bell to get alerts on our new YouTube videos. You can follow us on all our social media platforms. We are Enterprise TV 7 on Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok. Like, share, and engage with our content, and also visit our website www.enterprisetvnews.com, where we give you all the hot stories on the go, the live updates, the exclusives, and the news you can use. Moreover, if you want to partner with us on Enterprise Television, you want to place your product on our platform, and for all sponsorship and advertising inquiries, kindly send a mail to enterprisetv7@gmail.com, or you can send a DM to our aforementioned social media handles at Enterprise TV 7. And before we go, let's leave you with this quote from Michael Jordan, American basketball icon and perhaps the greatest basketball player of all time. He said, and I quote, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and I did not quit, and that is why I succeed." End quote. I'm Joshua Okoli, and I want to thank you for the privilege of your time. Until we meet again on Sports Store, it's goodbye and hasta luego.
Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.